Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy. You're watching Ask Jeff, a YouTube channel devoted to educate, empower, and encourage entrepreneurs. I'm so glad you're watching. Today I want to talk to you about 5 things you can do to kill your business. I know it sounds a little catchy, but at the end I'm going to actually tell you 5 things you can do to grow your business. So I don't know if you know my story, but I've been an entrepreneur since I was 6 years old. I've had more failures than I have had successes in business. But I figured that there's some things I learned in there that might be worth sharing with you, because I hate for you to go through everything I've gone through. But I've found myself, and I see other business owners, entrepreneurs do this too, where they're having trouble with their business, or things are struggling, or they're just maybe in some ways not well equipped, and they seem to make these 5 mistakes, and these are business killers. So when they start thinking about, hey, things aren't going the way I want them to be, because most entrepreneurs are still learning, the number one thing they usually end up doing when things get tight is they stop advertising. They stop advertising. You know, they wake up, they open the refrigerator door to an Advertise branded refrigerator. They reach in there and grab an Advertise carton of milk. They pour it over an Advertise bowl of cereal. They put on their Advertise watch, get in their Advertise car. They drive to their office and they say advertising doesn't work. That's not true. Advertising does work. When you shut off advertising, now you have a smaller net, fewer people to reach, and a smaller chance of selling your product or service. That's number 1. Number 2 is they tend to lower their costs. When things get tight, people start to reduce their prices. This in itself, number 1 and number 2, could kill your business. It's terrible to start lowering your price. Look, have you ever heard of a going out of business price increase? No. You've always heard of a going out of business sale. Don't do that. That's a big mistake. Number 3, they start to cut corners. Well, first of all, nobody's calling them because they're not advertising. Number 2, they lowered their prices. If I'm going to try to survive, the best I can do now is start giving away stuff. I'm going to charge less. I'm in this experience with this guy and I'm trying to close a deal and he wants a better deal, so I give him a better deal. Why? Because I need to make payroll, because I need money to pay for my expenses. So that's number 3, they start cutting corners. Number 4 is shame, guilt, all these things that come about with the first 3, and I call it isolation. They tend to isolate themselves. It's embarrassing to go home and talk to your spouse and say, I'm really struggling at work, we're not doing good. Honey, I don't know what we're going to do next. I'm really confused. That's an embarrassing thing. And so most of us, especially if you're a male entrepreneur, you kind of understand this like I do. We don't want to say we failed, right? We want to succeed. So it's kind of embarrassing and we go hide ourselves and we tend to isolate ourselves from other people who might be able to help. And number 5 is they stop keeping score. They feel defeated. They're not really paying attention to the books. They're not paying attention to their numbers. They don't know what stuff costs. They don't know what they should be charging for things. And then that's kind of the kiss of death. You stop advertising. You start lowering your prices. You start cutting your corners. You start withdrawing and isolating yourself. And then you don't even know where you are. And then one day you wonder why there's negative balances in your checking account. Okay, so here's the good news. I'm going to reverse these. Okay, we're going to go from the bottom up because actually they make sense in this order. Okay, so number 1 way to grow your business or to recover from a terrible, business killer is know the score. There's a saying that says if you know the score will improve. And it comes from a study that was done. A university took basketball teams out onto a basketball court. They turned off the scoreboard and they made them play for 20 or 30 minutes. And it was easy to lose track of the score. Then they would tell one of the teams, guess what? You're way behind when they were way ahead. They'd tell the other team, hey, you're way ahead when they were way behind. Let them come out and play some more, and things even got worse. Then what they did at the end was they actually turned on the scoreboard for the last quarter, the last period, so that they could actually see the real score, and when they saw the real score, their game improved. So knowing the score, right, will mean that the score is going to get better. So that's the first thing you do, okay? Second thing you do is you go out and find somebody who can help you. I tell you, there's so many great people out there that are running businesses and they're successful and they want to impart and share what they've learned. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not charging you anything for this. I'm hoping I can help you. So don't isolate yourself. Find some help. Join a BNI group. Find people in your area or find people out of your area that can be of help to you so that you can get better knowledge, better information. And then stop cutting corners. In fact, improve what you do. Maybe the reason you're having trouble in the first place is you're not delivering a really high quality, top tier product. Do the very best you can do. Be proud of the work you're doing, which leads me to number 4, which is raise your prices. Look, if you know the score and what it takes to be in business, and you have people surrounding you who are going to help you grow and become better at what you do, and you're creating a good quality product or service, it's time to charge accordingly. Don't ever gouge anyone, but don't ever give it away. You need to be fair to yourself, fair to others, so you can stay in business and grow and succeed. And then, now that you've done these things, advertise. Brag about what you've done. Let people know the quality you have. Let people know that you are a value proposition. And when you do those 5 things, instead of being a business killer, it's going to be a business booster. And that's what I want to see for you. Hey, do you have a question for me? Send it to ask@jeffludy.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.